Okay, so we're just about to hit this encounter point. Okay, right. So that looks better. So what we've got to do, we've got to slow our rate of speed. So this point here, Moonscape curves round to this point, and then we get into a oval orbit around the moon. But as we slow down, our periapsis here may go into the moon, so we're going to smash into it. So we'll have to, when we get in orbit, we'll have to work on that. So let's aim our craft in the opposite way till we go in, so we can slow down. Do a burn to slow us down. We're already more successful than the last mission, so there's always that. Even if this does fail. Overshot it a bit. There we go, so turn our RCS off so we don't waste all that fuel. So if we do a burn now, hopefully we should see this start to curve round. Which it is doing, slowly. See the altitude on our periapsis is getting lower as well. So that might get to the point where it's actually going to hit the lunar surface. So we'll have to, when we're close to that, do a burn to make our altitude higher. Yeah. What's our fuel like? Still got over 3/4 of a tank, so we should be good. Okay, so we're going to be in an orbit here soon. If you could call it an orbit, because we're going to smack into the planet at the moment. Okay, so cut our engine, so we're in an orbit. So there's two things we could do now. We can try and either sort this orbit out, so we're actually going to go around the moon, or we could just follow our path here and descend right onto the moon's surface. But I think I want to get in orbit around the moon first before we go land. But if that doesn't work, we'll just go land. So I'm going to wait, I think, until we're about here. Then I'm going to do a burn in that direction, so it widens our arch. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you then. Fast forward through it. Okay, so we're halfway between our apoapsis and the moon, or abouts. So I'm going to see if I can make this arch wider so we get a periapsis as well. I'm not a pro at these orbital maneuvers. Let's see which way are we facing. I think we just gotta be looking at our nav ball here, just be between the two green icons. So there. Let's do a burn and see what happens. Okay, that's doing the opposite, so let's do a 180-degree turn. Okay, slow down. Hold it there on that 0-degree line. Okay, so let's see what happens if we do a burn now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, but that's separating again. Okay, so I think the best thing to do would be when we get to closer to our periapsis here, do a burn to slow ourselves down. Then hopefully this will curve around instead of us exiting the moon's gravitational field. How much fuel have we got left? Half a tank, so we should have enough, so we'll try that. Okay, so we just nearly at our periapsis, so we're going to do this burn. I'm hoping it works out. If not, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. We could either go back to Kerbal or just attempt to land. And I think I would just do the attempt to land if this doesn't work. A little bit of lag then. hold us so with the SAS, turn the RCS off. So when we do our burn now, hopefully this is going to curve back around. Yep. Okay. Yeah, let's make this more even. So that's at 61, 60, it's at 1.2 million. That'll do. Because I'm not quite sure whether what would be the best, because when we're at our apoapsis, that's our slowest. We're at our slowest speed, and when we're at our periapsis, that's our highest speed. So I think I want to get our apoapsis a little bit lower, and then when we're at our apoapsis, we'll do another burn to slow us down more, and then that'll make this arch turn into like a pinpoint, and then we'll fall down to the surface and try and slow our descent down with our rocket by separating this stage and using the rocket that's there, then lower our landing legs, which you can see there, and then hopefully we can land on the moon. I don't have an SAS on this module, so all the control is going to be manual, which is going to make it even more tricky, because when we're coming down, we're going to have to make sure we're not moving to the left or to the right or backwards or forwards, just going vertically down, or else we're going to break some of these legs off, and that could result in an explosion. But hopefully that doesn't happen. So I shall come back when we are, which way are we travelling? Towards our periapsis. Yeah, I think we are. Let's have a look. Yeah. So when we're at our periapsis, I'll come back and do another burn to make this even lower again. And then when we're at our apoapsis, we do our burn to do our descent to the moon. So I'll see you then. So we're just about to hit our periapsis, and we're going to do our burn now. So we will put our RCS on and get into that cross on the nav ball. Put our SAS on, turn our RCS off, and then do another burn. I think I want this probably about 40,000 meters, something like that. So we're at 40,000 meters there on our apoapsis. Ooh, I probably should have paid attention to our periapsis actually, because now we're gonna hit into the moon. So I think the best thing to do would be to just aim our rocket away from the surface and get some better altitude here. If there's any KSP veterans watching, they're probably thinking, what is he doing? Is that gonna work? I think it will. Just about, maybe. So fuel. Just under half a tank. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another burn just to increase our speed, I think. Yeah. No, I think when we're just at our apoapsis here, we will just do our descent to the moon, because I'm not having much luck sorting this orbit out. Okay, so we're going to do our burn to slow ourselves down now. I would have worked on the orbit some more, but we only have a limited amount of fuel, so I don't want to use it all up, because we're going to need it to slow our descent as well. So slow ourselves down, and you'll see this a turn from more of an arch into just a straightforward line to the surface. It's going to be a bit hard to control our descent rate. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to keep this stage attached until we run out of fuel in this, because I believe this rocket is more powerful than this one, if I remember correctly. So that one's going to slow us down faster. So I will come back when we're on our descent down, and hopefully we don't faceplant into the lunar surface and die. See all the debris around Kerbal in there. Okay, so I probably walked a bit too far there, but we'll get into position, do our burn to hopefully slow us down. Oh no, we should be fine. Could probably do this burn too early actually, thinking about how quickly that's slowing us down. But I've only landed on the moon twice. Once with this rocket and once with another one on a previous version. So it's kind of hard to think when I should do this burn to slow us down. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait till we're at about 35,000 meters and then I'll do the burn. Okay, so we just went past 35,000 meters, so we do this burn now. Watch our fuel. I'm hoping this rocket is going to have enough oomph to slow us down. Okay, so we're going to have to detach this, and that's got our SAS, so all the control from now is going to be manual. Get away from that a little bit using the RCS so we don't hit it. And engage this rocket. I'm probably not going to talk much in this because I'm going to be the landing gear, concentrating on keeping our heading directly facing down so we don't get no lateral movement, so we don't break our landing legs off. It looks like we're going to slow down in time though. I'm probably going to fast forward through this until we're at the surface, but it's looking quite hilly, so that's could be a bit dangerous. Hopefully we land on a flat bit. So we're 6,500 meters from the ground now, although this could be higher because it looks hilly, so it's going to be above sea level, I imagine. And our speed is coming down pretty nicely, so I'm hoping this is going to be a successful landing. It should be nice after our fail of our last mission in episode 1. At least I'm hoping it's going to be slow enough, and this mountain is not too much higher than 0 meters. Try and look out for a shadow, but I think we're on the dark side of the moon, so we're not going to get much of a shadow. I think we're going to hit it too hard. Oh no, 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 no! We died. Just bits of our spaceship flying everywhere. I guess that was a fail as well then. Although we got a lot further than we did last time. Here we can see some stats about our mission. Our total time was 9 hours, 1 minute, 15 seconds. Although this total recording is probably about 50 minutes. And I'm going to have to edit it down or put it into 2 parts. Highest altitude achieved, 9,104,000 meters. High speed achieved, 2,720 meters per second. We've covered 25,593,430 meters. And 8.7 Gs. It's a good job we didn't have any Kerbals on board in this one, or else I don't think that's quite healthy. G-force is that great. But yeah, I guess we'll try this again another time. I think the next Let's Play we're going to be messing around with some of the planes instead of attempting to land on the moon again. But at least you saw the moon's surface this time. I think if we started slowing our rate down, probably a minute, if that, before we did, we could have slowed ourselves down enough to land, but we didn't.